Hey, welcome back guys. So today I'm doing a really quick video on some of my house plants. Um, I grew up with house plants, and in every home that I've lived in, I've always had at least one house plant. And recently I've been dealing with some things that have kind of dampened my spirits a little. So a friend of mine suggested that I increase my houseplant collection. So over the last 2 months, I was gifted quite a few of the houseplants that I am about to show you, and I bought some. I think I have about 27 now, including some palm seeds that I was gifted and planted, which have yet to germinate. Um, so let's get right into it. This first one here that you're looking at, this is a yucca plant. I actually grabbed this one from Walmart last month, and it was probably half this size when I purchased it. It's just growing like a weed. And if you take a look right here, you see that it's putting on some new growths. It's been doing really well. I've probably only watered this one twice in the last month because yucca plants don't need a whole lot of water. They actually prefer to be a little bit drier. So yeah, this one is beautiful. I've been thinking about naming my plants, but I haven't really thought of any names for them yet. So if you guys think of some great names, drop them in the comments. And yeah, so these are the palm seeds, or this is the pot that contains the palm seeds that I was gifted. One of my good friends sent me some seeds. I think last month. Yeah, last month, beginning of the month, and I planted them. I don't know a whole lot about palm seeds. I haven't had any palm plants before. What I have read is telling me that these seeds can take anywhere from 3 months to a year to even germinate. So I'm just waiting. I'm watering, I'm waiting, and that's it. Watering and waiting. This little bag here also has some palm seeds. You can actually see that. Also put some palm seeds in here. There we go. So I just did this a couple of days ago. These also came with the seeds that are planted in that pot. I wanted to see if soaking them and planting them in egg crates, much shallower soil, would have a different effect on how they germinate. So that's why those are in there. I will definitely keep you guys posted on how they're growing. This is a croton, and this is actually a dreadlock croton. This was a birthday gift. I just celebrated my 40th birthday, and this was a birthday gift that a friend of mine sent me all the way from Maryland, and I absolutely love it. When it came, it was in a 2-inch pot, and it probably had about 3 leaves on it. And if you look at it now, you can see that it's put on quite a bit of leaves. The color in these is just fantastic, and the way that they curl, look at that. Look how they just curl up as they grow. Has been great. This one likes a moist or damp soil. It doesn't like to be too wet, and it likes to be right in front of the window. We're having a cloudy day here, so it's not too much sunshine. But this one has been doing very well, and it's growing so quickly. I've had it almost 2 months, maybe not even 2 months, maybe more like 5 or 6 weeks, and it's been growing beautifully. This beauty right here, my peace lily, I love her. Her name is actually Lily. This is the only one that I have planted, and of course she's a peace lily, but I call her Lily because I've always loved the name Lily and always associated with daintiness and beauty. Yeah, so her name is Lily, and I just repotted her. I actually, my husband and my older boys gifted this to me for Mother's Day last year, and she was in a pot, and when I put her in the pot that she was in, it was a pot that did not have good drainage. So she's been in that pot. It actually had no drainage holes in the bottom, and I was a little concerned when I put it in there, but I figured that, you know, she wouldn't be in there too long, and she actually ended up being in there almost a year. May will be a year, and I just repotted her last week. So this pot here, it's actually sitting on one of our plastic plates, but it's a copper pot that I grabbed I think for about $5 or $6 from Ross, and it didn't have any drainage holes. So I just put some drainage holes in the bottom. I used in the bottom using a drill, and I just drilled about 4 or 5 drainage holes into the bottom. Look at the colors on that pot. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's called patina, right? Beautiful. So she is potted in a cactus soil, and her leaves, as you can see what was happening to the leaves here, she was starting to die off being in the pot that didn't have the drainage. So I had to get her out of there quickly as soon as I noticed it. You see that? Many of the leaves had that damage done to them from being in a pot without good drainage. So I went ahead and I put her in a new pot, and she's been in this pot now for about a week. And if you just look, we've got some new growths sprouting up in just a week. So this tells me that Lily is happy being in her new pot. I absolutely love this peace lily. This is my second favorite plant. I'm going to show you my favorite plant right now, and after I show you all of the other plants, then we're going to get into the herbs, and I'll show you guys my air plants, which I just got. So exciting. So look at this beauty right here. Let me stand up. I was actually sitting down. Let me show you this. Look at this beauty. This is called a red Congo, and it comes from Congo, Africa, the country of Congo. And this plant, this was another one of my Mother's Day, the backlighting, sorry. This was another one of my Mother's Day plants last year. My husband and older boys purchased this for me as a gift, along with Lily over there. And the one that I saw in the nursery was probably about this size, but it was $100+ plant. So the guy was like, well, just get a baby, take it home and nurture it, and in a few months you'll see new sprouts being, new leaves and new sprouts coming up. So this probably had about 2 or 3 leaf stalks on it, which are the older ones down here right now, and they were very small. It hasn't been a year yet. May will be a year, Mother's Day. And if you can, let me just back up so you can see the full, you see that? That's how much it has grown in 1 year, or not even in 10 months. I repotted this one about 4 months ago. It was in the pot that it came from in the nursery, and I repotted it into this pretty big pot. I don't know the size of it, but it's a pretty big pot. I repotted. So this one was repotted, and it's just doing beautifully. I stopped the video yesterday because it was so overcast and cloudy. So I'm picking it up again today, and hopefully we'll get a little bit better visuals with the actual video. So again, this is my red Congo, and I absolutely love it. So let's move on over here. I have quite a selection of cactus, but before we get to those, let's take a look at this one. I believe this is a golden pothos or pothos. I'm not 100% sure. This one, a friend of mine was moving, and she had several plants in her home, and this plant is one of those plants that I got from her house before moving. So I'm not sure if it's a philodendron, if it's a pothos. I can't really determine which one it is. So if you guys know, hit me up. This is how it came from her house. Her mother used a lot of organic matter. As you can see, there's some orange peels in there. There was some eggshells in here. It seems to be doing okay. I don't know. I'm thinking that I'm going to repot this one. I don't like the way the soil looks. And if you can see this, let's see, right in here, it looks like there might be some sort of fungus or something growing there. I don't really know. So I'm going to repot this soon, within the next 2 or 3 weeks. But I've had this one now probably about a month, maybe a little over a month now, and it's doing okay. This is another one. Again, I'm not sure if it's a pothos or if it's a philodendron. This was in another one that I got from my friend's home when she was moving. This was part of a larger pot, and I separated it because the soil in that one was so waterlogged and the tips of all of these were turning yellow that I just didn't think it was going to survive in that pot. So I went ahead and separated it and repotted it, and this one seems to be doing okay. It's been in this new pot now for about a month and it's doing great. Doesn't require a lot of water and doesn't require a lot of sunlight. So this is its resting place right here. And this is the rest of it. This was in a really large pot. I don't know why the pot was so large that they had it in, but I went ahead and took it out of that pot and separated it out. And this is the other portion of that plant right here. It's recovered nicely. As I mentioned, a lot of the tips, where are we here? A lot of the tips were browning and yellowing. But it's doing very nicely in this pot. It's got a lot of new growths on it. It's starting to get a little bit of hang time, so I think it's happy in this location that it's in now. Very easy to care for. I probably water this one about once or twice a week, and I just prune it, get rid of any dead or dying leaves, and just leave it alone, and it does beautifully. And this is the last of the pothos or philodendron. Again, I'm not quite sure what it is. This was in that larger pot that you've seen me talk about separating. Right now, these broke off and they didn't have any roots on them. This little one has this root here, but as you can see, this root is not white. It doesn't look too healthy, so I don't know what's going to happen with this one here. I figured we can see if we can save it. And then this one here, no roots. This was another cutting, or actually this one fell off, and I just put it in here to see if I can root it to plant it. So it's been in here for about 2 weeks. It's hanging on. As you can see, it doesn't look great. The flowers are very limp. The leaves are very, very limp. There's just not a whole bunch of life to it. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. We'll see what happens with that. Alrighty, so now let's get to the cactus, and I absolutely love these cactus. Okay, so where do we start? Now, I don't remember the names of all of them, but I'm going to try to get them for you. So this is a calancho, if I'm not mistaken. I grabbed this one for Walmart. They were actually getting ready to throw it out. Can you believe that? If they don't sell their plants in a certain time, they throw them away. So I was just in there checking out their garden section, and it's still winter. Even though we're in Georgia, it's still winter here, so there's not a huge selection in the garden center. But I went in there one day and checked it out about 2 weeks ago, and they had this. And believe it or not, it was just one little stalk with the leaves and one of these little sprouts here that I'm guessing are going to bloom at some point. And it was $1.87. I went ahead and grabbed it, brought it home, repotted it, and it's doing beautifully. I absolutely love it. I've seen some pictures of these calanchos where the purple is much more vibrant. So I might need to put this a little bit closer to the window to see if we can increase the modeling and the coloring, that purple coloring there. But for right now, it seems to be happy. This one here, oh my goodness, it's not an Echeveria. I'm going to put it in the comments, or maybe I'll add it to the actual video once I can remember the name. But this is another one of my succulents. This was another one that they were going to throw away. It was $1.87, and it was in, like, I think maybe a 2 or 3 inch pot. I brought it home, repotted it right away. It did have some leaf drop. A few of the leaves fell off from here, but other than that, it's been doing great. All of my cactus getting watered. I mean, not cactus. All of my succulents get watered probably once every couple of weeks. Even though it's winter time here, it's not very cold, and we do get a lot of sunshine here, so I find that the soil does get drier maybe than it does in some other areas, some northern states in the winter, so it still requires quite a bit of watering. And then this one here, again, I don't remember the name. I have all of these names written down. I should have printed out my little notes before starting the video, so I apologize for not having names, but this is another succulent, and this was another one that was $1.87. It was on the Walmart Garden Center trash list. I grabbed it, brought it home, and it's doing beautifully. These actually remind me of green beans. Can you see that, guys? They look like little green beans, but it seems to be happy. It's thriving, it's growing. Again, all of my succulents are watered about once every 2 weeks. I give them a good drink of water, let them drain, and then I bring them back over to the window. Okay, so this is a peperomia. I just got this one about a week ago from one of our local garden centers or nurseries. So I'm excited about this. It's not quite a succulent, but it kind of mimics a succulent in its watering and light needs, and even the feel of the what are these? The leaves. Okay, this is one of my 2 echeverias. My husband brought these home for me. I don't know, a good bit ago. You know, I've been dealing with some depression and the plants have really helped. So he came home as a surprise with these echeverias. So this is one, and this is the other echeveria. I don't know the exact variety. If you guys want to know, let me know and I'll look it up and let you know. My aloe vera, this was another one that was rescued from the Walmart Garden Center. It was getting ready to be thrown out. It had 2 little sprouts on it when I brought it home, and it seems to be thriving beautifully. And then my jade plant, this was sent to me as a gift, and honestly guys, I don't know who sent it. It came in a package shortly after my birthday. I know it was a gift because plenty of my friends asked what I wanted for my birthday, and I told them that I wanted houseplant. So I don't know who sent this one. If you're one of my friends watching this and you sent it, please let me know because I would love to give you a big hug and a huge thank you. This one is just growing beautifully as well. So for now, I only have 2 plants in my bathroom. This is my Photonia. I grabbed this one at Walmart for $1.87 when there were just 3 little sprigs on it. It looked like it was dying and they were getting ready to toss it out, and I grabbed it and brought it home and have been nursing it, and it looks great. This is a medium to low light plant, so this is perfect for the bathroom, and as you can see, it's doing beautifully. And right here, don't mind my contacts guys, but right here, this is a mini ivy. This is another one that I grabbed. This one was $1.37. It's still in the pot from the nursery, from Walmart. Again, this had like maybe 2 little sprigs right here, 2 leaves in the middle. It was dry. It was starting to brown and yellow at the ends. I brought it home. I've been nursing it, and as you can see, it's doing beautifully. Both of these will be repotted probably within the next couple of weeks. I wanted to give them some time to fill out before disturbing them. Since they're doing so beautifully, I will go ahead and repot them. Sorry guys, my 3-year-old has broken down in a fit that only 3-year-olds can have, so I didn't get to do any more recording, but I do have some more plants that I'll show you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.